Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Get ready to see the Acropolis with me. Yes, the day is finally here, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you already haven't done so. So stay tuned to see the Acropolis. And we are finally at the Acropolis. This has been a moment that I have been waiting for this entire trip to see this. Like I told you guys before, it is all marble, so super slippery. But because of my travel sandals, it's been amazing. Acropolis basically means high city. So keep that in mind. And of course, the mighty Parthenon is here. Cannot wait to see that. To walk up this, bring an umbrella if you guys want. It does keep you a little bit of shade. Bring water before you enter the Acropolis. Lots to see here. So take your time. When you book your tickets, there is a time slot that you pick. So you have to come 15 minutes before that time slot. Acropolis, or High City, an ancient citadel, 2,500 years of history right before your eyes. Acropolis, once a fortress, a temple, and yes, even a mosque. Parthenon is the crown jewel of the Acropolis. The mighty Parthenon is an ancient Greek temple located inside of the Acropolis. It was dedicated to the goddess Athena. It's the most famous temple in the Acropolis. Athena was the goddess of wisdom and war. It still stands strong over Athens today. Acropolis is the name of the entire hilltop complex, while the Parthenon is a specific temple inside. So don't confuse the two. The whole entire hill is called the Acropolis, while the Parthenon is a temple inside of the Acropolis. Excuse my voiceover, it was so windy there that you couldn't hear my audio. Right behind me is the Odeon Herodes Atticus, which is better known as the Odeon. It's an impressive theater built in the 2nd century, located on the southern slope, and still hosts performances today. Your ticket to go to the Acropolis does not include the entry to the Odeon. You do have to purchase the tickets for different performances that happen there. The Odeon is used for concerts, theatrical productions, and festivals. Exterior views are open to the public, but in order to go inside, you do have to buy the tickets for the performances. Now we are walking up to the Propylaea, or the grand entrance to the Acropolis. It's a monumental gateway with Doric and Ionic columns. You can see them right before your eyes. Acropolis is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and when you go up there, make sure to check out all of the views of Athens from the top of the Acropolis. The views will take your breath away. They are absolutely stunning. Guys, when you're going up these slopes, make sure to check the view of Athens behind you. It's a gorgeous view. Look at this. It's hot, of course, but very beautiful views. Lo and behold, the mighty Parthenon. It's a monument to democracy. Originally very colorful with bright colors, but it has lost its color over time. Athens is known for the city where democracy was born. Inside the Parthenon, there used to be a huge statue of Athena, which was destroyed in a fire that broke out in the temple. An interesting fact, if you go to any major city in the United States, you will definitely see a building that looks a lot like the Parthenon. If you look at the columns very closely, they do have an optical illusion. When you first see them, they look like they're all in a straight line. But in fact, the columns do vary in size, and they have a slight bulge right in the middle. They're actually thicker in the middle than at the top and the bottom. Also, they slightly lean inwards. They're not perfectly straight. The corner columns are thicker, so as you can see, there's more to the Parthenon than just meets the eye. Now let's walk over to the Erechtheion, which is dedicated to Athena and Poseidon, famous for its porch of the caryatids, where 6 female figures support the roof of the porch. There are a total of 6 caryatids. 5 original ones are in the Acropolis Museum, where one is in the British Museum in London. The ones that you see at the Acropolis are replicas, so keep in mind they are not the original because the original ones, 5 of them out of the 6 are at the Acropolis Museum and 1 is in the British Museum in London. While you're at the Acropolis, definitely visit the Acropolis Museum as well, which is a separate ticket. So you do have to purchase the tickets separately. Also, with the Erechtheion, there's an olive tree pit under the terrace, which is another must-see. When you visit the Acropolis, you do have to book your tickets ahead of time and you have to pick a time slot because they have a max cap at the people who can go inside, which I believe is around 20,000 visitors per day. And again, very, very important, the marble floor and the rocky paths are extremely slippery, rain or shine. Wear shoes with a good grip. Sunscreen is a must. And hat and water. Again, I've mentioned this in my vlogs previously. The government regulates the price of the water, so you can pay anywhere from about 60 cents to $1. So keep in mind to stay hydrated. Greece no longer has the combo tickets to the museum and the ancient sites. So buy the tickets online because again, there's the cap of the 20,000 visitors per day. Also, you don't want to just show up at the Acropolis to buy the tickets because the lines will be extremely long and you're not sure if you're going to be able to get in. So this is a must visit. So I would highly recommend getting your tickets ahead of time. And although this doesn't happen very often, but sometimes due to the rain or the heat, they do close the Acropolis. From the Acropolis, this is the view of Athens, guys. Look at that. You see the entire city from here. When you're up on the Acropolis, definitely, guys, check out the views of Athens. There's 360 degrees views of Athens. And of course, the Parthenon. It's amazing up here any time of the day. It is hot, of course, if you come in the afternoon. So choose a good time to come, either later on in the afternoon or you can come early in the morning. But admire all the views here. And there you have it, the iconic temple, the Parthenon, dedicated to Athena, most recognizable structure on the Acropolis. Guys, I can't even emphasize the importance of wearing good shoes here, good grip on it. I mean, it's very slippery and there's people slipping everywhere. So make sure, get good shoes when you walk up here. My Teva hurricanes have been amazing. I haven't slipped, knock on wood, knock on wood, knock on wood. The on clouds and also my son's Yeezys, they haven't slipped whatsoever. So just make sure of that when you come here, wear good sole shoes because you'll need them up here. Look at this amazing view of Athens, guys. From the Acropolis. Absolutely gorgeous. You can see all the way to the sea right there. Again, excuse the voiceover. It is so windy. I mean, you guys can imagine. This is on top of a hill. Right behind me, this is the Temple of Athena Nike, which is located on a small bastion built at an angle to the line of a wall, so as to allow defensive fire in several directions. This temple is dedicated to Athena, Greek goddess of wisdom and warfare, known for its iconic columns, slender flute shaft, and elegant friezes. The Temple of Athena Nike is the smallest temple on the Acropolis, but the most symbolic. Right behind me is the Temple of Athena Nike, the goddess of wisdom and warfare. You guys can see it's built right on a cliff like that. Set out right there. Here is a clear view of the Temple of Athena Nike. Once you walk down the slopes, you can see it clearly. Now let's head over to the Theater of Dionysus. This is considered the world's first theater. This ancient venue hosted dramatic performances and festivals dedicated to the god of Dionysus, who is a Greek god of wine, fertility, festivity, and theater. No longer a primary performance venue like the Odeon, which is very much used to this day, this particular theater occasionally hosts smaller cultural events. The theater ruins, particularly the lower seating levels, offer a glimpse into the past and history of Western theater. It's the birthplace of Western drama, and it's located on the South Slope. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to see a live performance at the Odeon, but I would highly recommend, if you guys do get a chance, book your ticket so you can experience it. I mean, it's going to be a theater like no other that you have ever been. So highly recommend, if you get a chance, book a performance to see at the Odeon. We did the entire tour of Acropolis in about 2 hours. So keep that in mind when you're here. Of course, the timings can vary for you if you want to stay longer at a certain site. I think we spent enough time on each of the different temples. So it takes approximately 2 to 3 hours to do the entire tour. Make sure to bring lots of water, lots and lots of water, plenty of sunscreen. Be ready to get burned even if you do have sunscreen. Also, something else I would recommend is bringing umbrellas. There are certain spots that don't come in July and August. Bring your umbrellas here. There are certain parts where they ask you to close the umbrellas, obviously, because they don't want you to scratch any of the temples here or any of the monuments here. So just be ready for that. Very, very good shoes. I can't emphasize that enough. I saw so many people slipping. Knock on wood, I did not. And my family did not, because we were prepared and we brought good shoes. So keep that in mind. Bring good shoes. Have an amazing time at the Acropolis. It is breathtaking, amazing place, and a must visit once in your lifetime. So if you guys get a chance, definitely come and see the Acropolis. I had the most amazing time. 2 hours spent here with my son, who's a complete history buff, like I told you guys. So he explained a lot of things to me here. It is definitely a must-see. If you're in Athens, it is a must-see. Book your tickets ahead of time and come and enjoy the Acropolis, guys. Right there is the Hadrian's Arch and the Temple of Zeus, right next to each other as soon as you exit from the Acropolis. Temple of Zeus, guys. Okay, right behind me, you guys can see this is the Temple of Zeus. We chose not to go inside this one because obviously you can't cover everything, and after the Acropolis you do get a little bit tired. So that's why a lot tired. So we didn't want to overdo everything, but from the outside you can see it. It's amazing as well. But this is the Temple of Zeus. Those columns right over there, they are doing work on, and right across from the Temple of Zeus is Hadrian's Arch. When you exit the Acropolis, the Temple of Zeus and Hadrian's Arch are right next to each other. So cover both of them. And like I said, we didn't go inside, but if you guys want to, of course, you can see it from the inside as well. But from the fenced area, you can see it pretty much. And work is being done on it. Hey guys, of course, these guys have to have Bengali food. So we're at a Bengali restaurant.
Thank you.
This is a Bangladeshi restaurant, but they also serve Indian food as well. This is the best Bangladeshi food I have ever eaten. I never thought I would say that the best Bangladeshi restaurant would be in Athens, but they have the best food ever. Delicious. And the service is impeccable. Highly, highly, highly recommend. If you are in Athens, go to this restaurant.
You guys know my husband is from Bangladesh. He found a very nice Bangladeshi restaurant in Athens. So we're having that. Chicken curry, paratha, pulao rice, beef curry, beef biryani. This is like salad, white rice. Let me show you guys the restaurant here. This is the restaurant. Of course, they have to eat Bengali food wherever they go. So that's what we are munching on right now. This is all the food right here.
and they're still waiting on.
Yeah.
What are you guys still waiting for?
Just sheikh kebab.
The sheikh kebab that's gonna come here, but they're having like they're having a feast after eating all the souvlaki and all the euros. This is his sheikh kebab. All showered and was resting, and according to tradition with my husband, he always does this. He brings sweets from the downstairs. This is the hotel, of course, that we're staying at, and this is what he has brought. This is a pistachio tiramisu and a chocolate cake. Let me do it like this so I can show you the chocolate cake like that. There we go. Check that out. He always does this every time. So I'm gonna go enjoy this right now and relax and take it easy. We just had a long day at the Acropolis. Now just resting at the hotel. So I'm gonna go enjoy my dessert. How delicious does this look? And they like package everything so nicely here. This is so cute. I hope all of you guys enjoyed seeing the Acropolis with me, as well as going to the best Bangladeshi restaurant ever, which is in Athens. If you have, then of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you already haven't done so. And if you have, thank you so much. Remember, always believe in yourself, love yourself, and take care of yourself. Until next time, I'll see you back in Athens. Bye, guys.